saying that because it's reality. All right, go on, brother.
That's it.
It's not my reality, it's just reality. Go on.
And the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again.
So what does it mean that the transgressions of it shall be heavy upon it? Meaning the sins, first and foremost, is going to be heavy upon it. And this society has done just that. Created heavy sins. What is a sin? A sin is a transgression of the law. That's what sin is. Sin means to transgress the laws of God. In this society, you can be pretty much anything you want to be and pretty much turn yourself inside out. And you got to accept this bullshit out here. You got to accept the man transfiguring himself to that of a woman. You got to accept it. And if you don't accept it, you're old-fashioned or you're bugged out your mind. All right, when it's their ass is bugged out their damn mind. That's what it is. Or you got to accept a woman doing that. What is it? The same thing, contrary. Transfiguring herself into a man. And then you got to deal with this food that you're eating in the store, which is tampered with all kind of chemicals, splicing genes together, putting chemtrails in the air. So all of this stuff we got to deal about, and that's because the wrong people are in power. Let me just say it more better than what I said it before. The wrong race is in power. Let's put it that way. Go on.
Back in Revelations 11 verse 13.
Right.
And the same hour was there a great earthquake.
Right, and the sing, you got to be louder, brother. Let's read it louder.
Verse 13. And the same hour was there a great earthquake.
Right, in the same hour there was a great earthquake. Now that earthquake is representing the nuclear wave, the nuclear destruction, which is bound to come. All right, let's keep going. As we just spoke about already. Go on.
And the 10th part of the city fell.
Right, and the 10th part of the city fell. Like I'm going to explain. Again, the 10th part of the city is talking about a complete part of the entire country, which is America. So the destruction is going to cover all the 10 parts. From California all up to New York City. You want me to tell where you at. Because that place is going to be totally desolate because of the nuclear war or post-war, which they believe and think that they're going to win the war, but everybody's going to lose the war. And that's written as well, that every motherfucker that gets involved in this nuclear war is going to wind up losing this damn war. All right? But the Lord has got them where he got them for that particular moment in time and day. Read on.
We'll look at that thing.
This is the book of Isaiah 66 and 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind.
Right, since the Lord will come with fire and his chariots like the whirlwind. So not only will you have to deal with nuclear fire, but you also have to deal with the Lord's fire, the Lord's special fire that he's coming with. And all this right here is going to be dissolved. That's why they make films about it, independently, and other films alluding to the UFOs, because they know that I'm talking about the powers that be. I'm not talking about these old nincompoops out there that's walking right around us. They don't know shit or a hole from the hole in their house. They have no clue what's going on. I'm talking about the powers that be. They know that one day they're gonna have to face the Lord, and this is why they set some kind of space military in the air. It's to prepare to fight the Lord, which that's a losing battle. Just the thought of that alone. All right, read that.
To render his anger with fury, and his rebuke.
The Lord is coming with fury, going,
and his rebuke with flames of fire.
And his rebuke with flames of fire, as we just read earlier before we got here, brother. We're reading about how, what is it, the day of the Lord, or the vengeance, the day of vengeance is burning his heart. That's what he's coming with. Rebukes and flames of fire. So now we all understand, those that are in the truth and those that are learning and listening. Now you should understand that when the Lord comes back, what is he going to bring? He's going to bring destruction. And that's something that you got to understand. Go on, brother.
For by fire and by his sword will the Lord bleed with all flesh.
So the Lord is going to do a lot of damage and kill a lot of people out there. That's what's coming down the pipe. Not this all get together bullshit. That ain't going to happen, man. What's going to happen is the Lord is going to lay waste all of these fucking cities, man. This wicked place called Great Britain. And the main place is America, too. That's going to be the main place where brothers are going to be living, right? And you're gonna have other places that are gonna be destroyed, and also other brothers are gonna get delivered out of that. So you got the precept, right? Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, continue, brother.
And the slain of the Lord shall be many.
Right, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. So when the Lord comes back, there's gonna be death, complete death out there. All right. Now this is something that your pastor hasn't taught you, because your pastor, he's just busy trying to make his money. He don't care about the truth. He's telling you the Lord will come to save everybody. So when you hear a pastor say, or some kind of preacher talk about how he's coming to save everybody, that's just a money getting him. That's what that is. Because he needs to maintain his lifestyle. He got to keep food in the refrigerator. All right. But the truth be told, the Lord is only saving our people, those that are in a dire situation. Go on, brother.
And go to verse 4. I also will choose their delusions and will bring their fears upon them, because when I called, none did answer,
right.
And when I spake, they did not hear.
And that's talking about the majority of you so-called Negroes out there. Right. You know, a lot of you see what we're doing. You see that we're out here, and you don't want to take heed. And that's why he had to get the step in. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of you guys out there, man, you're gonna be looking for us on that day. And what day am I talking about? I'm talking about the day when society totally breaks down, which is right around the corner. That's what I'm talking about. So on that day, you're gonna be looking for this word. And guess what? You gotta go get it for yourself, baby boy. Go on, brother.
But they did evil before mine eyes, and chose that in which I delighted not.
Exactly. Diving into all of these different philosophies. Kemetism, Buddhism, Islam. Okay, all of these, what is it? Oh, Rastafarism. So in order for you to get into these dogmas, because that's what it is, it's dogmas, you got to be on drugs, man. Or them angels just got you, them demons just got you messed up. Because ain't nothing but demons out here, brothers. All right? Go on, bro. Like I said earlier before, if you ain't in this truth, it's really because you're a damn demon, man. That the Lord ain't concerned with. Go on, bro.
And the same hour was there a great earthquake,
right.
And the 10th part of the city fell.
Yeah, go ahead.
And in the earthquake was slain of men,
right.
7,000.
Right, meaning it was a completion amount of people that died. It doesn't literally mean 7,000. It's talking about a complete amalgamation of people that died during the nuclear holocaust.
Thousands.
That's what it's talking about. Okay, thousands. Oh, brother.
And the remnant were frightened and gave glory to the God of heaven.
And we will be frightened when we look down from above, because we're going to be in those chariots. We're going to be scared shitless, man. Because we're going to be thinking to ourselves, now, that could have been us. Go on.
Zechariah 14 verse 12. And this shall be the plague with the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem.
So let's find out that plague.
Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet.
Like I said a couple of seconds ago, those that get involved in that nuclear war, they're gonna just die, man. No one's gonna win that war. Russia's not gonna win. Great Britain is not gonna win. America damn sure ain't gonna win. Okay? We're all gonna take Elves. And we're reading about the Elves that they're going to take. Go on.
And their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
So what sort of element that can consume your eyes and consume your tongue? Just like that. A missile, which has fire in it.
Whilst you stand on your feet.
While you stand on your feet, like when you watch the film Terminator.
But the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy,
right,
for he shall make even a speedy riddance
yep.
of all them that dwell in the land.
Exactly. So the Money Mayweather team, they're going to be destroyed too. That money ain't going to protect Mayweather. Okay, that money ain't going to protect Jay-Z. The FRN notes, which is evaluating time and over, it's not going to deliver nobody. All of that money you got in your account, if you're rich or whatever, that's not going to deliver you from the destruction of this world, or from the Lord. Let me say that. Okay, because this society is going out by way of nuclear war. Okay, now if you pay attention to what's going on around the news, you'll find out these nations are getting irritated now. That's what you'll find out, and that irritation is going to turn out to moves, and certain moves are going to turn into a great breakout of war. Go on, brother.
2nd Ezra chapter 7 verse 43. For the day of doom shall be the end of this time.
Right, so in order for this world to end, well, what's going to end this world? Let me reiterate myself. What's going to end this world is the day of doom. In the lands of Idumea. Go on, bro. Which the people of Idumea is the so-called Europeans. That's just a Greek way of saying Edom. Go on, brother.
For the day of doom shall be the end of this time,
right,
and the beginning of the immortality,
and the beginning
forth to come.
Right, and the beginning of the immortality forth to come. So there's going to be two things that's going to happen. You're going to have the day of doom, which will come in the end of this time, and then also the day of immortality. All right, which Paul speaks about immortality. So simultaneously, when one's going down, there's another coming up. So what I would like for you to do, brother, give me the book of 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, where it speaks about the asunder of, what is it, times and days.
Where it says,
yeah, hold what you got, because I like that precept. And get me 2nd Ezra 6, I believe it's 56. Oh, you was holding something, right? Yeah, give me that.
Yeah, Proverbs 11 and 4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath,
right,
but righteousness delivereth from death.
Right, and righteousness deliver from death. Okay, so when you're right in the eyes of the Lord, that's really the escape route that you want to take. But your money that you got stored in your account, that you put trust in, that's you're gonna be dissolved with that money, and that money's gonna be dissolved as well. All right, that, like I said, you're gonna be dissolved, and that money's gonna be dissolved. That's what's gonna happen. So all of this trying to get rich, trying to get paid, and trying to make a name for yourself in the world, that's not gonna matter when all hell breaks loose and when those missiles hit ground zero in these places, man. Right? And then afterwards, we're not gonna hear about the amazing things that Denzel Washington did, or whoever made a mark in this society. These guys will not be remembered. But you know who will be remembered and regarded? The men that stood so stiffly for this work. You understand? So the same men that died on this side, okay, and I'm talking about the majority of the Israelites, you're going to be counted in the eyes of the Lord when you're bearing the names of the elect. Go on, then.
Ecclesiastes 7 verse 8. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof.
Right.
And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit.
Right. So it's better that it's an end of a thing at the beginning of it. And it's a beautiful thing known at the time that we're living. Because we're living in the days and times of the end of this revival of this ancient Roman system. Okay, and the patient is better than the pride in spirit. In other words, right now, you Israelites out there that's in the truth, we're supposed to be patient. While Esau is proud, right? But guess what? That pride will then bring him down. Go on, brother.
2nd Ezra 6 verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times?
Right.
Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth?
Yep.
And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him,
okay,
Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.
Go ahead.
For Esau is the end of the world.
And how is Esau going to go out? How is this world going to end? In the day of doom.
Right.
And then when Jacob comes up, the days of life will then begin.
Right.
Which is which you get the term immortality from. The word immortality means not to die. So if you're not dying, what are you? You're in life. You're living life. Right now, we're not living no life right now because everything's contrary to life.
Right.
Okay? This world represents everything wrong. And this is why if you bring anybody in this Western Hemisphere, they're going to be corrupted. Okay? We're all corrupted in this world, and other children have been corrupted and will continue to be corrupted because the powers that be that run the society are corrupt. Go on, brother. So when you put righteous people in power,
Yeah.
then immortality will spring. Life will spring up. But when you have the so-called Europeans in power, what do we have? Destruction. Give me that in the book of Proverbs 20, I believe it's 29 and 4. But you'll find that out if you research history and read the scriptures. That's what you'll find out. You'll find out, okay, when the Greeks came in, this was going on. When the Romans came in, that was going on. And he's in power again. So Esau's in power right now, and he's doing the same thing that he did in the past. So what are you to do? You're to judge a nation based on what they did in the past, because they'll soon repeat it again, as they've done so late. Go on, bro. Oh yeah, you had something.
So Proverbs 29 and 4.
Yeah,
The king by judgment established the land.
I think it's verse 2. Verse 2.
Oh yeah. Proverbs 29 and 2. When the righteous
Yes,
are
sir.
in authority,
Yep.
the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn.
And that's what you find out. So when you read the scriptures, it's like people that made a mark in the society, they even came out and said, if you're able to tackle and understand this Bible, you pretty much have understanding of what life is. Okay? Certain men have said, certain great men that have made their mark in this society have said that. All right? And if one has also said that if you master the Bible, then you've pretty much your knowledge far surpasses the knowledge of the university. Okay? You know everything. You know the whole scope. You see everything. More they are, you see the bigger picture. Let me say that. All right? So let's read that one more time.
Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2.
Yeah.
When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
Okay.
But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn.
And the people are mourning right now. Why are the people mourning? Because you have the wrong people in power. There's certain rules, and we're supposed to look up to these people, the Queen of England and all of this nonsense. But what have they done? Go on, brother.
2nd Ezra 9 verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself.
Right.
And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before,
Right.
then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world
Right.
which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people
Right.
in the world.
And uproars of the people in the world. What do we see in France lately? Yellow vest. Okay, what do we see in Venezuela? People rioting. People resort to cannibalism. So we're seeing these different signs spoken of by the prophets.
People are protesting in America about they want their pay to rise to £15 per hour.
Right. Which they've been protesting about that for quite some time. I think that's some old news, brother, but you're going to this one.
Because a lot of people, working class, they work in 2 jobs. And they can just about survive. So they're saying if they get paid £15 per hour, they won't have to work 2 jobs. They can just work in the job that they have and live that way.
Yeah, and you know what too? Yeah, the brother's right on that, man. Because you do have people in America complaining about their livelihood.
Oh yeah.
And you're hearing about the government shutdown, which is also affecting people's lives as well.
Yeah.
So people are roaring because of all of these things that are going on. But it all leads back to the prophecy and the signs towards the end. That's really the main focal point. The main focus is to see the downfall of this world. Because the minute we can see the downfall of this world, it's the minute we can see life spring up. It's not the end of the world because Esau comes out of power. It's just the beginning when we come into power. Go on, brother. You're going.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was reading first actually. Yeah, read that.
But that's the point, because he read the people mourn when the wicked is in authority.
Oh yeah. So
So
that means you was reading first. I remember that.
This proves that we're in a time of the wicked. The mystery of iniquity is already in the work.
Yep.
Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world,
Yep.
then shalt thou well understand
Then shalt thou well understand, go on,
that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee,
Right.
even from the beginning.
exactly. So who is that's referring to the elect men that will understand the Bible. Because in order for you to understand the Bible, you have to be a prophet or a part of the elect. You can't just be any old goofball picking up the Bible and think you're going to read it, because you're not going to read it if you don't kind of understand it. Okay, and this is why a lot of people have Bibles in their houses, and what is happening is it's collecting dust.
Yeah.
Go on, brother.
Luke 21, verse 25.
Yeah.
And there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon,
Right.
and in the stars, and upon the earth,
Distress of nations. Right?
distress of nations,
Perplexity.
with perplexity. Perplexity means confusion.
Exactly. Yep.
So everyone's confused.
Yep.
The sea and the waves roaring,
Right.
and the people are uproaring.
Exactly. So there you have it.
Yeah.
That's what we see right now. So those are the signs, again, corresponding towards the end. So when we see solar eclipses, all right, blue moons happening, red moons happening, occurring, those are signs of the day of the Lord that's about to take place. That's what all that is. And it's all leading up to that particular point in time, in that moment in time and day. The day of the Lord. Okay, go on, brother.
So I'll give it a clap, man. Verse 26, men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth.
Right, they see the so-called UFOs, they see meteorites falling from the sky.
Shalom.
Shalom, brother. You know, so what that goes into is how these different sides are being seen and different things are being passed, and it's pretty much making people nervous and scared. So they're looking out, they're afraid of what they see and what's about to happen. But we ain't afraid of a damn thing. Because we know during that time that's when the deliverance is going to come.
In Russia, there was an avalanche. There was a big avalanche in Russia. A volcano erupt. Was it Brazil? I think it was a volcano erupt.
Somewhere down in South Central America.
Yeah. There was UFO sightings. I think it's in Russia as well. I think it's some brother sent me like weird things have been happening beginning of this year. So there's been a lot of strange things. And the clouds funny and shit.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of things, man. There's a lot of super moons, super wolf moons, blood moons, all lined up, man.
It's like I was in my house the other day, right? And I was just cooling. And I noticed that the sky was just blue, man. The sky, I mean, I'm not talking about the sky, I'm talking about the clouds. When the clouds was covering the sky, it was dark and blue.
Right.
I saw that, I was like, whoa, it's weird. You know, so you have a lot of strange wonders happening in the outer atmosphere. And this is what got people shitting bricks out there.
Yeah.
But we ain't shitting bricks, we're getting black. Go on, brother.
They say, men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth.
Yeah, go on.
For the powers of heaven shall be shaken.
Right, again, the powers of heaven shall be shaken. So those that have the upper hand above the people, they're going to be shaken out of their position of power. And we're going to receive that power, which is rightfully so, because we're the right people to do the job, baby boy. We got the commandments and all of that stuff. So if you got the commandments and the laws, which keeps everything in order, put those people in power. The earth will pretty much go right back to order in no time. Okay? Matter of fact, brother, what you got in these Psalms 147 and 19? Because that's how you keep the earth in a state of tranquility. It's when you have those commandments and you put them into action on the earth. So all the Lord needs to do is set up men that are profitable to run the planet, which he will do in this time, pursuant to the book of Sirach, chapter 10. If I'm correct on that.
Because Psalms 147 verse 19, he sheweth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
So if he's given us the law, such commandments only, like I said, he put these same people in power, what's going to happen? The earth is going to be Edom again, or Idom, paradise, which the earth was built to be just that. That's why the earth is named Idom. When you read the book of Genesis, it speaks about the Garden of Eden. The earth is nothing but a big gigantic garden, as it's supposed to be, a paradise. All right. So we shouldn't be getting up early in the morning and we looking at ourselves in the mirror. We see that there's problems going on, okay? Or, you know, you have internal issues, or you walking on concrete and your back's hurting, your shoulders hurting, and you just live in the self. That's not what the Lord intended. So why is it that people are living? Why is it that people are suffering while they're living? Because you have the wrong people in power, setting up wrong policies. This is why you have this problem. Okay, you shouldn't be born and then you suffer, man. That shouldn't be the case. That should have not been the case.
Yeah.
And it just goes to prove our point every single time of the day of the week that we come out here. That the so-called white man, he does not make things better. He's not going to make things better. He's going to make it worse, because that's what he's built to do. Go on, brother. And he would have did it already. Go on, brother.
You're talking about why people suffer.
Yeah.
Wrong people are in power. Isaiah 24 verse 5. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof.
Nice.
Because they have transgressed the laws.
Because they have transgressed the laws. Go on.
Changed the ordinance.
Changed the ordinance, which is the laws. Go on.
Broken the everlasting covenant.
Which includes the laws again. Because didn't when Moses was on the scene 3,000 plus years ago, he went to Mount Sinai and he was there for 40 days and 40 nights to recover what? To recover the laws. And that was the covenant between man and the Most High, starting with Israel. So when you break those laws, statutes, commandments, what are you doing? You're breaking that everlasting covenant. Therefore, breaking the ordinance of how things are supposed to be. And this is why people are living and dying at the same time. If that even makes sense. People are dead, people walking. You have more people in filling up those hospitals, the NHS hospitals, than ever before. You got more people that have more mental problems, anxiety issues than ever before. Why is this? Because you have the wrong people in power. We're talking about the Rothschilds, we're talking about the Vanderbilts, we're talking about all of these elite power structures, these different guys.
Yeah.
They're the wrong people, man. Okay, go on, brother.
Changed the ordinance and broken the everlasting covenant.
Okay.
Therefore have the curse devoured the earth.
Therefore the curse of devoured the earth. This is why everybody's sick to death. This is why, you know, don't be surprised if you have a child and the child comes out looking way deformative.
Yeah.
Because of the chemicals that's in the air that you're breathing in, the food that you're eating, and all kinds of bullshit going on out here.
Yeah.
All right? And you got all kind of demonic activities going on out here too. Why? Because again, it all goes back to the devil being in power.
Yeah.
And the Most High is showing us something here that, you know, we are not too